really good at chit-chatting.
Yeah.
I looked at your website. It's a beautiful store. Like, it's very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a labor of love is what I'm going to say. So we did buy it. We didn't start from the ground up. So there was the phases of like a couple months in, like crying, why did we do this? Lots of breakdowns. And then, you know, I'm very comical about this. If you really want to test your marriage, run a business together. Because it's really like I did quit on my husband once, and then we promised to never do that to each other again. Just because we disagree, but it's been, I love it. And my daughter works in there too with us.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
But when we bought it, I had a 6-month-old baby that I was still like nursing.
Oh,
so I'm talking, I was in there from like 7 to 5:30 every day with a pack and play. People would come in to go shopping and just pick up my baby and walk around the store.
Free help.
My kids kind of grew up in the shop, so it's been fun.
That's awesome.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get us started. We have a handful of people joining us and watching, and if you are watching, go ahead and write in the chat hello. We love to know where you're from and just say hello to you. All right, so thank you for joining us today. This is the Dog Gurus Live, and we are your trusted pet care business coaches, passionate about helping pet care professionals create safe, thriving, and profitable facilities. At the Dog Gurus, we're all about promoting safety first and positive always in everything that we do. I'm Shantae Marquez, one of your Profit Network coaches, with my fellow coach, Amber Burkhalter. And yes, which we'll get to in a minute. We have a ton of people joining us. This is a hot topic, memberships. We have Sam, we have Jared, we have Allison, Taylor, Jennifer, Justin, all sorts of people. Keep them coming. So together, Amber and I, we've worked with countless pet care business owners to help them achieve their goals and elevate their operations. That's what makes us get goosebumps, and we just love it. It does come from our heart. We really want you guys to be successful and reach your goals, and also elevate the level of pet care quality that you offer to your clients. So before we jump into things, I want to let you know about our Pet Business Growth Workshop, which is next week. Can you believe it, Amber?
I know, right? It is right around the corner. I cannot believe it.
I know. I'm so excited to meet everybody and see people in person. I mean, I'm tired of looking at this camera and talking to people. I want to actually like be able to shake people's hands and give them hugs. So it's next week.
I'm coming to Texas with my cowboy boots and my cowboy hat. So let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get out of the cold, guys. I'm just freezing in Indiana.
Well, unfortunately,
I just want some sun on my skin.
This morning it was snowing here in Texas. So, but next week it's supposed to be in the 60s and 70s. So, so we'll see you in Fort Worth. And during the Pet Business Growth Workshop, we have a ton of great speakers and vendors at our workshop. One of them being Molly and Todd Rowland from Mogo. They will be talking about how you can leverage metrics to optimize your pet care operations and make data-driven decisions. That's music to my ears, data-driven decisions. That is so wonderful when you can actually start to do that. So go ahead, there's still time, grab your tickets, and we'll see you next week live in person in Fort Worth. So while we were mentioning Mogo, through Mogo, we have a very special guest with us, as I said, Melinda Stanford from Bark and Bone in Carmel, Indiana. Melinda, do you want to go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself?
Of course. So I have owned, it was previously Platinum Paws. We just rebranded like about a month or two ago. Purchased in September of 22 with my husband. We are a small single location, but we have grooming with retail, looking to expand. And our business was thriving and profitable when we purchased, but we have really grown it into something that I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be here today. Like, 3 years ago, if you told me I'd be working with Mogo, because I travel with Mogo, I use their product and I love it, very passionate about it, I would have laughed and I would have said, nope. I was a stay-at-home mom who just got stir crazy after the pandemic and decided to jump into the pet industry. No regrets. Before the pet industry, I was actually talking to Amber about this, very relatable. I was from veterinary medicine. So I do have my RVT license. I worked in California. I did racehorses, anesthesia, and then decided that, my back was not going to last. So I went to small animal and then met my husband and took a break, and very fortunate to have that break with my kids is what I'm going to say.
Wonderful. Well, you definitely have accomplished a lot. So I think you should be really proud about yourself. I mean, in 2 years, you've done a ton for the business. And I know that we're going to workshop a little bit more about memberships. And Amber and I were talking, and I know that you want to start a membership in your business. So I thought, what a perfect opportunity to have you join us live, and let's workshop it. Let's talk about it, and let's help you figure out something that you can create and implement to your business. So
sounds amazing.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing that I'm going to go this direction. The first thing that we should talk about is let's talk about your goals, like for the memberships. Like, what is the purpose of having a membership? What are your goals that you're trying to reach?
So this is the question that I was hoping you two could actually answer a little bit more, because I am looking to expand. I'm currently 1 location. I want 2 locations. My husband wants 5 to 6. So a little bit of a disagreement there. Let's focus on the 2. Let's start small. So with the retail and us being service-based, it's which way should we go? Which one would be the best for our business? I also think having a membership could help raise a little bit of brand loyalty, which would be helpful right now because we're in a little bit of a change. Our business was known as Platinum Paws for 18, 19 years, and now we're Bark and Bone. I've been in the picture for a couple of years now, but it's still a change to the community. So maybe building up some brand loyalty is something I'm working on. And something I would also like to focus on is, if I have the membership, would it be able to increase other sales within my business? So something huge for me that I would like to grow is my retail. If I got a service-based membership, how can I work that into also increasing other areas of revenue within the business? Okay. Lots of questions is what I came with.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is, you want to increase your brand loyalty, have more consistent revenue coming in on a monthly basis. And you want to also promote some cross services. So encourage people to take advantage of not only your grooming services, but the retail that you have.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that I missed? Amber, did you hear anything you wanted to call out?
No, that was what I was hearing as well. I was hearing a little bit of I'm not 100% sure which one we should focus on from a membership perspective. Would that be accurate?
I want you two are the professionals. I'm the new one to this industry. So I want to know what your thoughts are and which avenues I should explore first.
So I'll just say that this. So like Amber and I, we both had memberships in our businesses, and we both did them very differently. And so that's the first and foremost, like you can do membership in any different way. Mine was all based on like added value, and it wasn't like service focused. And I know a lot of people do service focused. So we tied it. I had a couple different reasons that I wanted to do a membership. And it was, one, I wanted to create some additional revenue coming in on a consistent basis that I can count on. 2, this is a funny one, but in the pet boarding and daycare industry, we do a ton of report cards. And I was needing to figure out a way to monetize that and to like minimize the amount. And so
that's so true though.
I know. So I threw them in the top tier membership, and then I monetized any report card outside of it.
Yes.
So that was kind of like one of my 2 goals, but also for our top tier membership, we threw in things like the pet warranty, and we just gave them like we gave them priority bookings around the holidays and things like that. And, I threw in like a free nail trim. So I tried to base it on like added value and not necessarily attached to my daycare or my lodging services. So I did mine a little different way. Amber, do you want to talk about how you did yours?
Yeah, absolutely. Ours was very different. We had a unusual problem when I decided to roll out memberships. We had too much business and had really gone from what I had envisioned the business to being a commodity. People were just looking for the best price. Some of our clients didn't share our vision. And so we had raised prices as much as we really felt like we could raise prices. So what we did was we implemented a 4-tiered membership system. So in order to take advantage of our daycare and boarding, you had to be a member. And there were 3 public options and 1 non-public option. So we had a silver, a bronze, and a gold, I believe, or maybe it was bronze, silver, gold. Yeah, bronze, silver, gold. And they were tied to different things. Because my business had boarding and play care and retail and training, we tied all of our memberships to each one of those services. So based on which level membership you purchased, and it was a monthly reoccurring cost, you got benefits in those areas. So that worked really well for us. We also had a 4th level that was not advertised. We only had 10 clients that were members of that. And that was by invitation only, because those clients got a phone number to a private concierge where they could book services. They got to the front of the line for holiday bookings. They got to the front of the line for groomings. They had direct access to leadership. And we wanted those to be hand selected, obviously, because we wanted it to be a client that was going to work with us. So we rolled that out. We had all kinds of different things, from VIP get to the front of the line to a free bag of treats every month, to we would order your dog food for you and give you discounts on the dog food and put it in your car for you. All kinds of different things that we did. But nobody was able to come and use our play care boarding services without being a member, because we wanted them to share our belief in the enrichment system around play care. Grooming was a big one for us. Our 3rd tier, those dogs got a grooming service as part of their package every month. So they got what we called a pampered pet. And I bring that up because you run a grooming business. They got a full bath, nails done, ears done, blowout once a month as part of their package. So yeah, that we did it differently than Shantae for sure. And it was very successful. I sold my business just like Shantae, and that membership continues to be part of what they do there. So yeah. And we made it very exclusive. And the thing with memberships is that you have to bring value to the table. It has to be something that is actually beneficial and a perceived value to your client. Right. So a lot of people want to get on the top of the list. A lot of people want, concierge services. They want things to be easier for them, quicker for them, lower cost for them. So wrapping all of those in, I really like what Shantae did, which was the pet guarantee. She made that part of one of their services, and the report cards were also one of our top tiers because it just took so much time to fill them out. So yeah.
Now for you, so how are your bookings? Do your clients book really far in advance, or do you have a lot of people that book day of? Is there?
We don't do anything day of, no. We are booked pretty far in advance. I would want to say, I haven't actually checked my data in a while. I should, but I would probably say 70% plus more of our clients are on a recurring schedule. So our calendar is booked probably till January, February of 2026. We do have online booking to enable, new customers or people that don't like that to have a schedule of consistency. So majority recurring is what we currently have.
Can I ask a follow-up question, Shantae?
Yeah, go
What
for
is
it.
What is a pain point for your current grooming client when it comes to getting in to see you?
Scheduling.
Okay.
I mean,
so
we have
my
the
immediate
software,
thought is that
we have online booking, which we rolled out. And then, so we were looking at the first pain point I was having was one that many of us have is vaccines. People go to book online and they didn't have their vaccines ready. So what I did is I extended that they can't request an appointment less than 2 days out. So it's at least within 2 days. And I actually make the vaccines optional. So they can submit the reporting request and then the appointment request, and then we reach out and get the vaccines.
Yeah.
I took away that pain point, and I'm seeing an increase in booking. So that is working. but always looking at new ideas, new options. I am on the higher end of the price range. You know, I'm in Carmel, Indiana. I want to brag and say I have some super talented groomers. I mean, I think I've shown you,
That's
Shante,
awesome.
some of their work. I mean, we're talking beautiful. I'm going to brag, some of the best staff. Like, they're amazing.
You should brag. That's a big deal, especially groomers. Groomers are hard to find and hold on to, so that's a big deal.
Oh, I label myself the world's crappiest groomer and can't groom for crap. But some of the stuff they do with like the poodles, the doodles, it's just beyond amazing. We have one groomer that did competitions. I have another groomer who is signed up for her first competition. So we have some talent. So with that talent, there's higher price. We also don't cut any corners, you know. So there aren't really a lot of, we do offer packages, add-ons, but it's like we don't have a premium shampoo add-on option. Everything gets a premium shampoo. So with us using premium products, premium service, our price is a little bit higher, but it reflects in the service.
Do people mostly come on a monthly basis in most of your clients?
I would say most are every 4 to 6 weeks. We have a handful of weekly, a handful of every other week, and then we have our calls to book, you know, so recurring clients that don't book out.
Wow. So you have a handful of clients that come in and see you on a weekly basis?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I just saw him today. We have Sheldon. He's been coming to us forever.
Okay. So then like your top tier package, it could be definitely based on services, and it could be, you know, you could call it unlimited, but typically most people are going to come once a month, right? I mean, maybe you want to say, maybe you don't want to say unlimited because you don't want to get yourself in that like position, but you could have your top package be based on a weekly service, and that would be the cost of that top tier package. And then that top tier package would also include your vaccine concierge service.
Yep.
And maybe like or whatever, you know, I don't know what you do, but
that's
like,
your pain point, because you're wrapping this. It's something that you need to do and you have to do to have to function well as a business, and you have to staff appropriately for that. So you wrap that in to your membership.
Yeah, I really like, Amber, you were saying you have that like VIP tier, and like instantly you were talking about that, and I was like, okay, I have in my mind, we have a handful of clients who walk through that door every week, every other week. But if I were to tell them, hey guys, let's talk about bundling this up into a monthly membership, I bet they would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
exclusivity is, I'm sorry, Shante, I interrupted you, but exclusivity, people love it. Love exclusivity, right?
Yeah. And I was just going to say, the one thing that I want to make the point for all the listeners out there is that when you create these packages, do not discount your services for the packages, because it kind of negates the whole purpose of your membership. You're discounting your products. So all you have to do is just package them up together and make it an easy choice for the customer to use. So that's why I said, look, your VIP package would be a weekly service that you offer. And then maybe the package below that is maybe a bi-weekly service. And then the package below that is a monthly service. And you can wrap in some extra things in there. But the top one should have that vaccine concierge service and whatever else you want to throw in, make that the meatiest one. But be sure to price it appropriately so you're not losing money on anything.
That's I should say, because I said that we gave they got a free, what we called a pampered pup. It wasn't free. It was free in that they didn't pay for it at that moment, but it was everything we did. You don't want to do this discount. It defeats the purpose to start, like you said, to start discounting services. I was thinking you could wrap some of your retail into it as well.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, so you guys know I use Mogo, and the main reason I'm looking into memberships is because this is actually a new feature that I'm not utilizing yet. And I'm like, I need to learn more so I can execute it well. And one of the options I have in Mogo is like, if somebody is on a membership, I can give them either a discount off of the service, which I don't give discounts off services, but I could offer them a discount off of, retail items. And is that something like, what are your thoughts on if I were to have a service-based membership?
focus on, so with our retail, we did this. We focused on special ordering. We didn't focus on discounting it. So right now, let's say Sheldon, you said your client is Sheldon. Let's say, and I don't know if they have to do this, I'm completely making this up, but let's say they come to you, but they have to go somewhere else to get this specialty food for some reason, which could happen sometimes. We would have special ordered that food because we were able to do that. And then when Sheldon came in and it was being picked up to go home, that food was there. You don't have to make an extra stop. Let us do this for you. So the client is benefiting and you are benefiting in that. The other thing we did was every month, our VIP got a retail basket, and that was wrapped into the cost of membership. So there was a stuffed animal. There was a toy, like a Kong, like a non-destructible toy. And there was usually a candle and treats, some sort of treats. And it was twofold. Number one, well, it was really threefold. Number one, it gave you the opportunity to specialize it because we would say, hey, Amber, is Rooster allergic to anything? Yes, he's allergic to peanut butter. So none of his treats ever have peanut butter. The second thing it did was it boosted our retail sales because it was wrapped in. The third thing that was really a benefit that we figured out as we started doing it was we could roll stuff out in a test, and they would test stuff for us. We would just say, hey, we've got this thing in your basket. Can you tell us what you think about it? Especially like if you had a really destructive dog, we would try to roll something out that maybe the destructive dogs couldn't tear up. So we would make sure the most destructive dogs in our group got a hold of it. And then we would ask mom and dad, how was it?
Yeah. And
I love this.
You could do cool themes. Like they get the theme basket, where like, I know earlier we talked about BarkBox. I mean, that is a brilliant idea, and they have really cute themes. I mean, and my dog, I did it for a year, and we had way too many toys, and we still have toys. But it was cool. Like everything was wrapped together in a theme, so you can kind of position it how these clients only get the special theme baskets. I mean, you can
set them up in your lobby. So that people
see it and say, oh,
and they're like, what's happening? Why is Sheldon getting this basket? Oh, Sheldon's a member of our platinum membership. Are you interested? I can talk to you about it if you want to. That was really very popular. It was kind of a BarkBox thing, but we were able, and we did like Christmas and Halloween and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, it's okay to steal good ideas. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you see, I have like little notes over here because I told my husband, I was like, I'm really excited. I'm going to take notes because obviously I run this business with him, and we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for him. I need to give him the shout out that he's the behind the scenes man, and he's amazing.
That's wonderful. And then the last thing that I'll tell you, and then we'll wrap it up because we're running out of time here. But the last thing that I tell you is when you are ready to roll out these memberships after you've informed your staff and got them all coached up on how to present the packages and how to present objection responses and all those things like that, you really want to make a huge celebration that week that you're rolling it out and telling people about your memberships. Like we had balloons, we had coffee and donuts in the morning. And we had full staff on that morning for all the drop-offs, and everybody that came in, we greeted them, offered them a coffee and a donut after they gave us their dog, and gave them a flyer about our membership and told them all about it. And it was like a big celebration. So, make a big deal about it when you start to roll it out, so it sticks in people's mind and it's unavoidable to talk about it.
Yeah, and we posted on our socials. So Relic has joined our platinum membership. Yay, Relic. Like we did all the things that she's talking. We didn't do coffee and donuts, but that's very smart because this first thing in the morning, coffee and donuts is a way to go. But we did celebrate it as well on our social media. So yeah, it was fun. We had a really good time with it, actually.
I know we're kind of running out of time, but I do have another membership question for you ladies. So we all know that we have a max capacity within our businesses. How many memberships do you want to sell based on your capacity?
So it's a good number, or a good question. It depends on if you want everyone to be a member or not. And that's something that we wanted everyone to be a member. Shantae, I don't know if y'all did or not.
We did too.
Okay. So we went through the services and figured out we could do about 50% at our bottom tier. And then we went up from there. Our smallest number, like I said, we only had 10 clients, and we had a lot more clients than we had clients that were at our very top tier. So then the other two were divided between that. And if I remember correctly, it was right around 20 to 20% in that area, because you want to make sure you can deliver.
Yeah.
That's
And I would say if you do end up like selling too many of a certain tier, then increase your prices.
Yep.
I would say increase maybe your services, like your regular menu prices, because there's room to grow there. And then that would affect your membership prices.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like booking out and you're booking several months in advance, or your calendar is full with appointments, then that means you have room to grow with your pricing strategy, and you can bump it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You don't want to bump up your membership price. Not immediately.
Gotcha.
Not I mean, because it just won't leave a great,
your regular menu first.
A great feeling. Yes, absolutely.
And that will naturally adjust your membership price. We have a question from Allison, actually. And Melinda, if you have a little extra time, we certainly do. Amber, do you have a little extra time? Okay, great. So because we got some questions coming in here. Okay, Allison is saying, let me put it up on the screen. Roughly how much were your monthly tiered prices? So mine were very different from Amber's. Probably, I think my top tier was like $60 and $40 and $20 kind of thing. But Amber, what was yours? You're on mute again. Amber. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
That is so weird. So we varied. So our entry level was $35 when we launched, and I want to say it was $45 when I sold. And then the next level was $55, and then the next level was $85, and then the next level was, I think it was $125 when we started, and then that went up very rapidly. So when we sold, we were doing $225 on our highest tier, and then our entry was $45.
It's a really great question.
Yeah.
And another comment.
Stephanie says, this is all great information. I have been conflicted about this topic. I have a dog bus and do field trips and thinking of using this as a membership thing. Absolutely. If you are doing something that is a service that people really want, and you're running into, I can't get everybody in, I'm running out of space, that is a big, hello, flag waving. We should,
That's expensive. Yes. It's insurance, gas, it's maintenance, and time that you have to pay somebody to do these bus things. So you gotta, hopefully, Stephanie, I know who you are. We've talked before. You're a smart girl, so I'm sure you're charging for this. But make sure that you price it appropriately, because that's an expensive added benefit that you offer.
Yes, that is real. People love. There's a business here by my house. That's all they do. They come and pick up dogs and go to the national park by my house, and they run all around the national park, and you can't get in. Nobody, they don't have space.
Yeah. So it sounds like she's doing addition to my studio. Yeah. So great. It's great. And then we have another one. What are some different items included in the different tiers? So I think we talked about the items that you want to add in there should be things that don't necessarily cost you a ton of money in payroll, because you have to be able to deliver, correct, Amber? I mean, what did you guys, I kind of threw things out, like your pet care warranty, the report cards, the priority bookings that we gave. We gave a birthday party once a year. I'm trying to think what else. Amber, what about you? Oh, darn, you're on mute again. No.
Hear me now?
There you go.
Okay. I think my computer and my phone are connecting, and I don't know how that happened. We did baskets. So we did retail baskets. We did let's see, nail trims, grooming services were connected, training services were connected. If you offered training was our flagship service. That was what I've spent most of my career doing. And we would do once a year for certain tiers, we would do a training check-in. So we would have a trainer meet with you and help you figure out what goals you wanted to reach and how to reach them. So for our groomers, we had a ton of doodles. We could not possibly be the only place. And so our groomers, it was so frustrating for them and upsetting because these dogs would come in and people didn't understand how to take care of their coats. So as part of our upper tier, we would have to shave them down, which, you know, when you have a doodle and you shave it down, people are upset and they're sad and, you know.
No, she's her phone is connecting again. So turn that phone off, Amber.
Just turn it on airplane mode and it will stop.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Airplane mode.
Okay, I turned everything. So we would have them come in at a certain tier and the groomer would work with them. They would take them into the grooming shop and they would show them like these brushes and this is what you need to be doing because this hair is a lot of maintenance. So what you really want to focus on is what do your clients need? I mean, what we gave our clients was what our clients wanted. It rains a lot here. They wanted their dogs to smell nice when they took them out and left for the day. So we did a hot towel wipe down on them before they went. But you may live somewhere else where maybe you have a lot of exposure to salt. So they need their pads wiped off before you leave. We had a lot of doodles. So our grooming stuff was around doodles, but maybe you have a lot of hunting dogs. So you want to think about your target market a lot. And most important, like Shante said, this is stuff that doesn't increase your bottom line. It increases your revenue, if that makes sense. It doesn't increase your cost. It increases your revenue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And somebody asked, is there a reason not to implement memberships?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
well, this is what I would say. Okay. It depends on what kind of membership that you're talking about. Like
yes.
Amber's she was already so busy that she was busting at the seams. So that's why her membership was geared around, you had to do a membership in order to do services with her. Now, if you're not in that situation where you're turning people away, then don't do that like that. Then just make it optional. That's what I would say.
Yes.
That's very
high level, like the field trips we just talked about. If you have something that is special that you want to gate with a membership, that's the way to do it. Shante and I actually talked about this earlier. Sometimes I see people start a membership because they're told, oh, this is the new thing and you can increase how much money you're making with your business, but there's not really any value added. And then it doesn't do well. Memberships are not for everything. They're not for every business. For us, it became a gatekeeper, right? For Stephanie, this may be a really, hey, this is the item we're adding on. So I don't want everyone to do it. So we can put a membership in place. So you really want to pay attention. I would say there are reasons to not do it for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I think you need to plan out what the items are and if you can, like you have to figure out how many people that you can accommodate with all those items on your membership package and see if it's realistic and doable. But I would say make it optional if you just want to try it out, but you also have to make sure that your staff is well-versed in how to present it to the clients and how to deal with any type of objection responses that you might hear where they're like, what, you guys are offering this membership? I mean, sometimes you get those people that are complainers. So
I listen, and I know we need to wind it up, but I want to tag this on the end. We changed our business 180 degrees when I decided to do this. And I sat at my front desk for 2 months at pickups and drop-offs. And I had great staff. I mean, great staff. My front desk they were on point, but I knew people were not going to understand or they were going to be upset or why are you doing this? And I sat there for 2 months having conversations. I also shot a bunch of videos and posted them so that people could see them. You really have to educate your clients on what you're doing and why you're doing it. And if it's a membership that you can't really vocalize why it's important or why it's something that you're doing, it may not be what you need to be doing. So
yeah, for my staff, like some of the added tools that I gave them is I created a cheat sheet of like FAQs about the membership package. So they had it there at all times. And then we role played like presenting it to each other and things like that and questions being asked about it. And then, I just lost my thought, but there was something else that I was going to say.
The cheat sheet is huge. I'm going to back Shante up on this. You definitely need a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I can't remember what my other thought was. I lost it. I should have written it down.
That's
This
okay.
is why but I think just making sure your staff is well versed is really important. And if it comes to me, I'll write it in the chat afterwards. All right. Any other questions out there before we wrap this up? Stephanie, the last thing I'll just want to say is that she was saying, she was saying that she feels bad that she charges high on and adding more on top of that. I'm not sure if you're talking about
should never
services or if I'm not sure if you're charging for this bus service or not, but you should not be afraid to get your worth. Okay. Because it's costing your business money. So you deserve to get paid for that. So never feel bad about that. Your clients obviously love you so much. She has this really cool scent thing at her facility. She showed me. It's really awesome. Anyways, but don't feel bad about it. They don't have to take that service if they don't want to. It's their choice.
Exactly.
You're not forcing anything.
Exactly.
You're just giving them an option. So think of it that way. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So last thing that I want to say is that because Mogo is involved in kind of we're highlighting them as part of this conversation, they are actually doing something really cool. And I'm going to share my screen really quick. Let's see. And I just want to show people that they are giving a free giveaway. So after we're done here, I'm going to go ahead and actually put this in the chat, but we'll give more details when the video is there in the feed. But you can go to this website and you can enter this contest to win Dog Guru's digital training package. So basically it's about optimizing your business and making it efficient. So we have a special package out there. You can go, we'll give you some more details about it, but go ahead, go online, fill this out, and you can enter to win. And would you, Melinda?
That's exciting.
We're picking the winner for this?
We're picking the winner a month from now. So yeah, I am honestly a little bit jealous of this, guys, because it looks amazing. So operational optimization digital course, it's by you guys, so it's obviously going to be fantastic. When you also enter to win your package, we're going to have a Mogo, a team member from Mogo give you a call and also see what Mogo can offer your business as well. So literally, there is no reason as a business owner not to sign up. You get a chance to win. You get a free phone call. All good things that business owners want.
Yeah, and this this package includes SOP manuals. It includes job descriptions. I'll have to look it up. Actually, I should probably, I'll look it up and then I'm going to put the exact things that are in it. But it's awesome. And Brian put in the link as well. Thank you, Brian. And I also just want to shout out to a couple people that we're going to be meeting next week. So Manora, I hope I said your name correctly. We're going to see you next week. We're going to see Quinta next week. So thank you for coming. We can't wait. We're super excited. And the last thing that I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a second, because the last thing that I do want to invite you to do is join our Facebook group, Grow Your Pet Care Business. It's a really great forum. Everybody's super nice and cool because two of our rules is you must be nice and no selling. So it's solely a platform for business owners to connect and show support for one of each other and ask advice.
It's a really good platform. A lot of good advice there too, and experience shares for sure.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat as well. So Melinda, it was wonderful having you. Thank you so much for being available.
And keep us posted.
I'll be there in Texas.
Keep us to what you do. I really want to hear how it works out for you.
We can chat. I'll be down there, and don't worry, I'm going to be bringing all my questions to you guys, and hopefully showing you a little bit of my business model and Mogo, and be like, help me make this amazing.
Yeah,
yay!
So
I'm excited.
See you guys in a week. And
do you feel like you got what you needed to kind of put together some memberships?
I did take a bunch of notes, and I'm going to make my husband watch this. And then we literally have a date on our calendar when we talk about new projects. So this isn't until I think Sunday afternoon. So, because we just have to prioritize, all our projects together. So, yeah, I have 4 great kids, though. I'm going to brag about them for a moment. That I got like 2 amazing teenage daughters that are fabulous. I have 2 19-year-olds right now. Oh, he's on here. So I actually have 2 19-year-olds.
Hey,
Sean! He's like, hey, I'm watching this. I don't have to rewatch it.
You're supposed to be watching the kids, babe. Where are the children? I'm a little concerned now, guys.
That's awesome.
But,
all right.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in Texas. I appreciate everything. Looking forward to coming up with some ideas and seeing what I can do with it.
All right.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, everybody. Stay warm out there. We know half the country's frozen. So stay warm and be good to one another. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.